What's up, guys? Guns are Essential here. I'm shooting this video late and everybody's asleep, so please forgive me if I sound like I'm kind of whispering or my voice is muffled or whatever. First of all, I want to tell you guys that I'm a huge fan of single-action revolvers. The best guns on the planet, in my opinion, are single-action revolvers. I'm a huge fan of 22 long rifle just because they're just super fun to shoot, and you can do a lot with them. And I'm a huge fan of the Ruger brand. Wow, that my camera really sucks. So it should come to no surprise to any of you that I really love the Ruger new model single six. I've got one of these guns, or I don't know if I've got one still or not. My brother's got it, and apparently he's never going to give it back. So, I kind of got tired of waiting around. So I got another one. That's a good tip for you guys. If you ever have one of these, don't ever loan it out. Matter of fact, don't ever let anybody shoot it, because it is blast. It's a lot of fun to plink with. As much fun as it is to plink with, and it is a lot of fun just because it does take a little bit of thought, I guess. You don't just sit around and yank on the trigger, You do have to cock the hammer each time, of course, being a single action. For those of you that don't know that, you have to pull the trigger each time you want the gun to go off, basically. You also load the shells through here, the loading gate. You have to rotate the cylinder every time. And to eject the shells, you've got this little guy here, the ejector rod. You slide it down. Of course, it slides down quite a ways with the gate open, of course, and the cylinder located in the right position. But anyway, that was for all your newbies, I guess. Most of you guys, I'm sure, already know all that. And if you don't know all that, then shame on you, I guess, because you're really missing out on something, man. The single action revolvers are pretty much where it's at for me. As much fun as this gun is to shoot, it's got a lot of practical purposes, I guess, as far as being a really good backpacker's gun. It's light enough, small enough to where you could throw in a pack and just really not notice it. It'd be a great gun, in my opinion, to throw in a bug out bag or to use in a outdoor survival situation, or a camping trip or a fishing trip or whatever. Anything that's got to do with the great outdoors, as long as you don't live in a area where there's a lot of huge, vicious, furry critters running around that want to see what your blood tastes like. This would be a great gun, and really, these guys right here, man, they're where it's at for me. Match this guy up with my lever action, and it's just back to the old West days. And I've got absolutely no problem with that. I do believe still today that you can defend yourself reasonably well with a gun like this. I'm not advocating that people go out and buy one of these for a self-defense gun or anything. But, there are a few gun or ammunition manufacturers out there that make a fairly vicious 22 Magnum round. Hornady's got one out that's supposed to be comparable to a 38, but I don't know. I'd have to see it to believe it. But still, regardless, I'm sure it's pretty vicious enough to get the job done. I believe you could defend your home with something like this reasonably well. I'm not going to use this gun for that, of course. This is just going to be just a straight up, have the time of my life kind of gun like my old one was, you know. It's going to be on every single fishing trip that I go on. It's going to be, you know, my passenger every day when I'm in the truck or whatever, you know. Alright, I'll fess up. I shoot stuff from my truck sometimes, you know. I live out in the country. You know, I don't shoot towards houses, or, you know, I know all my neighbors, all that kind of stuff, so, you know, occasionally there's a squirrel or a groundhog or whatever, and, yeah, it happens, you know. Accidents happen every day. They may not be 100% legal, but I guess we all break the law sometimes, you know, one way or another. Laws are meant to be broken, I guess, but not that I'm advocating such things, you know, obey the laws, whatever. But I will take this gun any day of the week over the most high-tech polymer, high-capacity, most expensive handgun on the market today, hands down. It's just something that I'm passionate about. And, you know, if you're not passionate about what you're carrying, then, you know, throw that damn thing away and get something that you really love, because, you know, it's like being in a miserable marriage just because your wife's got a nice rack or something, you know. What's the point, man? Get with the girl that makes you happy. And this girl right here, yeah, she makes me happy. That's it for me, guys. Thanks a lot.